Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's daily is to cast 20 blue or red spells, nice and easy. Does mean we won't really be working on the white and black today, but that'll get done eventually. Anyway, the deck we're going to be running is an Izzet Aggro deck that, yes, does use Vivi. It could be seen as an update to this one, to the spells deck, because it does have some new cards in it, but you'll see why I consider it more of an aggro deck than I do a spells deck. Because this one does have a few creatures in it. We have, obviously, Vivi. We have Bayo, which in the Spider-Man set is Electro, which is kind of interesting. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, add red mana. When Bayo leaves the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, he deals X damage to target player. Now, we don't really have a great way of banishing him ourselves, of getting him off the field ourselves, but if Bayo happens to die, then we have mana we can pay. Well, that's damage to our opponent. Vivi needs no introduction. Absolutely fantastic card. Cam and Farrik Havoc Duo. The equivalent to this in the Spider-Man set is Hobgoblin. Flying haste, whenever you discard a card, Cam and Farrik gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So it doesn't say that only happens once, so if you're discarding, like, say, 2 cards, or if you discard once, discard again, is that +4? I assume so, but I don't know. What else? We also have Slickshot Show-Off, which, yes, does kind of benefit from non-creature spells being played, so there is that. But we also have Marauding Mako, which benefits from the discard aspect, same as Cam and Farrik. To kind of help with the discard aspect of this, we do have Artist Talent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Keep cards in hand. We also have Grab the Prize as an additional cost to cast the spell. Discard a card, draw 2. If the discarded card wasn't a land, Grab the Prize deals 2 damage to each opponent. Just a nice little bit of chip damage. Yeah. Some other things that are in the deck. Secret Identity. This can go, obviously, one of 2 ways. You can either use it as a protection spell to give your guys hexproof, or you can use it to empower them, making them a base power, toughness 3/4 with flying and vigilance, which is really nice. Crash Through gives things haste, or gives things trample, and draws a card. It's just a really cheap sorcery spell to trigger, to trigger Vivi, to trigger a few different things. Firebrained Scheme. Choose one. Most of the time, we're going to be using the Exile. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your turn. You may play that card. Typically, that's what we're going to be using. But the 1 or 2 target creatures each get +1 and +0 and gain first strike until end of turn. Sometimes that may come in handy, but this is at sorcery speed, so giving 2 of your creatures first strike will make it to where, your opponent doesn't want to block them. So yes, that is an option. We also have Highway Robbery. You may discard a card or sacrifice a land. If you do draw 2 cards, you can plot this for the same cost, or you can play it for nothing on the next turn. So that is our other option for discarding to trigger Marauding Mako and Cam and Farrik. So as you would kind of assume, a lot of this stuff is pretty cheap. It is predominantly a red deck, with only Vivi and Secret Identity being the blue in this deck, but you never know, it could come in handy. So we're gonna give it a shot. Naturally, as with new deck, with something I just put together, I haven't actually used it yet, but it's very simple. It's very simple. So we'll give it a shot. Very much a deck where it's where you want to have as many cards in your hand as possible, or at least try to keep that up so you can continuously trigger things. That's why a lot of our discard options actually have a draw secondary effect as well. I'm okay with this. Authority of the Console. That's fantastic. I love my plans being slowed down significantly. Okay, so we could do this. which I think I'm gonna, I think we're still just gonna go ahead, go with the Slickshot. No attack. Get the Slickshot on the field, and then we'll use grab the prize and just kind of go from there. Or I could go Vivi as well. Kind of bait out, try to bait out their removal. Alright. Really? That's a bit surprising. There it is. Unfortunate, but kind of expected. Don't get rid of Slickshot, please. I just... Don't make your shot, okay? Alright, Highway Robbery. Let's go grab the prize. Let's drop one copy of Firebrain. And let's go with until the end of your next turn. I guess we could do that, yeah. Sure, yeah, double block the Mako, that's fine. Okay, let's go you. Go ahead and go there. Let's go with... I only have one red left, so that's a little unfortunate. Artist talent. Come on. Thank you. If they block that, they'll deal 4 damage. Okay. Smart thing to do, yeah. Go ahead and attack, create your tokens, and then give them flying. Yeah. So yeah, that was the smart thing to do. Okay. Start with this. Drop you. Let's do... discard a card or sacrifice land if you do draw 2. Let's do this again. Maybe not the... let's do this. Maybe not the best idea. We are going to discard. I was hoping for something else there, but it is what it is. As it is, all they have to do is just block twice, and at this point, it just doesn't matter. Yeah. So you did lose 3. You only had to block with 2 there. Alright, there we go. Yes, very well done. A doll maker shop, Elspeth. Not bad. No, I'm not too upset by that loss. It's just, it happens. It happens that Authority of the Console really messed us up pretty badly, because the deck does rely on being kind of quick with our creatures, and that just completely messed us up. So, it is what it is. Might not be the best decision, but we'll see how it works. If I can get an early, why? No, seriously, why? Why are we going up against another one? Oh, what the? Are you serious? I wanted to reset it. I wanted to reset it so I could plot it instead of cast it. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. Alright, do this, I guess. Just trying to get a little damage in, because heir apparent, I don't have a way to deal with that. Helpful. Is that lethal? Yeah. Well, I really don't think the early mistake I made would have changed anything with that match. Jeez. Alright, we'll do one more. So far, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the deck. It's just we're 2 matches against 2 authorities, really? I mean, come on, man. It's funny, for me, the first week of a set release, yeah, is always goes one of 2 ways. Either I have a really good time and I'm winning almost every match I play, or again that first week, or I am getting destroyed by my opponents. It's always one of 2. Let's go with. Should I go ahead and no? Let's do this first. Alright. Okay, so I could give them. Let's actually do this. Yeah, we're actually going to do this, since none of them have. Yeah. Alright, we actually got one. And, hey, we got to see kind of how the deck is supposed to run. Like, that was, to me, that was a good example. that was a good example. Against an opponent that was very much a deck that needed to set up something big, and then I got just really good luck with my lands and my spells, but still, that is the way the deck is supposed to run, so very happy to see that. And with that, we completed our daily, leveled up. I saw the Mastery Orb. We do have a pack to open. Let's jump. Actually, I think we have 2 packs to open. 3 packs to open. 4 packs to open. Excuse me. Wow, okay. Well, yeah, it kind of makes up for the kind of iffy matches. Anyway, Dragonstorm first. With a Mythic. Nothing new, but Taigam, Master Opportunist. I don't really think I ever saw anyone use this card. Yeah, it's a really hard one to play with because of the whole suspending stuff. Yeah, a very difficult card to play with. I think so. Alright, nothing really new here. Nothing exciting with the rare. Alright, now we get Omen Paths. Something new. And that is a Trail of Teacups. Okay. Again, nothing new so far, at least. That's unfortunate. And last one. Another rare. That's fine. We take those. Nothing new in the commons or uncommons. And Lava Brink repels the Magmaloth. I'm almost positive this is like my 5th copy of this card, so I guess I'll take it. It is what it is. So, with that, we are going to wrap up for today. So, if you happen to enjoy this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.